Hi guys, so last time I drew my life was in 2013, and so much of my life has changed since then. I've had quite a crazy year, so I figured, let's do something new. Draw my 2014. Here we go. I left off a bit unsure about what the heck was happening in my life. How #relatable. Also, don't ask me why I look like a potato. My drawing is spud-tacular. 2014 started with a big accomplishment. I finally graduated with my MSc in actuarial science. It's basically crazy financial math and trying to figure out the probabilities that people are gonna die. Yeah, not so fun. But while I was on my way to graduation, I saw a line of people in suits walking down the road, so I followed them, thinking they were going to my graduation, and I accidentally ended up in the inner chambers of a bank discussing an upcoming merger. I snuck out and eventually found out where I was supposed to be, but still a bit of a weird fun story. Also, great artistic direction there. Move the feet to change which way I'm walking. Wow, I'm a genius. 2014 started with me having less than 28 days to leave the country. Pretty freaking hectic. The job I was working at in January wasn't being too nice about it either. My boss would be like, we're thinking about sponsoring you, and maybe, when I only had 2 weeks left. Like, geez, talk about a deadline. Also, I felt like my office was lacking, so I figured, let's make it cooler. While I was being messed around by that company, another company approached me on LinkedIn to run their Facebook ads. The job sounded a bit too nice and had too many perks, so I thought it was fake, so I kinda took my time replying to them, and I even came to the interview super laid back. They loved this, however, and they gave me the job, and now I had a visa. I could stay in the country, huzzah! In March, I traveled to Florida for the annual Playlist Live YouTube convention, where I had a crazy amazing time and got recognized as the guy who photobombed pictures from the year before. Guess I won't be sitting next to Troy pulling funny faces anymore. I've got to Troy harder to save my rep. Sorry, Troy. Around this time, I decided to make a pact with myself not to miss a single Sunday upload and take my YouTube channel a bit more seriously. Since then, I've not missed an upload in 40 weeks. Also, puns. In July, my friend Dodie and I embarked on a 2-week trip to Los Angeles to attend another big YouTube convention, VidCon. Not much to say about VidCon, except it was nice to see my American friends in Santa Monica again. However, when Dodie initially joined me on my trip, I didn't really know her that well, and I didn't know if she'd be down to literally live day by day without knowing where we were staying the next night, because that's just how I am when I travel. But she was pretty rad. I had a few friends that were lovely enough to let us stay for a couple nights, and then since then, we just bounced between crazy place to crazy place until eventually we decided we had to do something a bit more exciting while we were still in America. I just remember looking at her and she was like, "Are we doing this? Are we seriously doing this?" And I was like, "Heck yes, we're doing it." So, we rented a car and we drove off to the Grand Canyon. We made a pit stop in Las Vegas on the way there, and the heat was insane. Opening the window was like opening an oven door. And yes, our car did look like a slice of toast vomiting spaghetti. Luckily, for some reason, I was driving on the outside of the car and sweating. I am an artist. During the drive, we got to see some of the most breathtaking scenery ever, as seen by my beautiful art here. I remember pulling up to the reserve and seeing a sign that said it was another 25 miles to the scenic point, and I joked that, you know what, I didn't care anymore, I didn't want to drive another mile, we were just going to turn around and give up. But as I was saying this, we looked to the left, and there was the Grand Canyon, and I just remember us both just swearing profusely because of how breathtaking it was and how startlingly beautiful the whole thing was, and we just pulled over immediately and started taking it in. On the way back, I was afraid of falling asleep, so we ended up listening to our favorite albums, and we talked and talked and talked and talked until we felt we couldn't anymore, and then we pulled over near a Cracker Barrel and slept until sunrise. Eventually, we made it back to LA, and then we boarded our plane back to London. It was most definitely my favorite part of 2014. Despite how amazing my summer was, the joys of summer in the city, and the amazing weather London received, I hit a bit of a rough patch at the end of September. A very close friend of mine at the time was revealed to be quite toxic, so I had no choice but to cut him out of my life completely. It was very rough and very public, and I almost considered taking the next day off from work to rest my mind from it. However, I ended up going to work the next day, only to find out that I and a lot of other people at my workplace were being let go. Talk about a series of unfortunate events. However, I used my time off from work and bad friends as an opportunity to look for better jobs, better friends, and to travel a lot more. I went punting in Cambridge with my friend Dodie, I hung out with my 2 friends Che and Sam in Brighton, I hiked the hills in Edinburgh, Scotland, I went mountain boarding in the Isle of Wight, I explored all of Belfast, which I guess is just a giant shamrock for some reason. In the meantime though, I was applying to loads of other jobs, and I went from having 0 offers in October to 3 in December. I got to choose. I picked an opportunity at a company that would build my CV a bit, and it would start in early January right after they sort out my visa. That's right, my visa is once again sorted. I won't let a few negative people define my 2014, so I'm focusing on all the amazing trips and things I did instead. Also in the course of a year, 40,000 new people decided to start watching my YouTube channel. Welcome aboard, 2014 is going to be an even better year with even better people. In fact, my friend Dodie and I are moving into a flat together next week, so look forward to a lot of fun times ahead. I thank you all so much for your support. Be sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe for more. As this is a tag, I'm going to be tagging my friend Dodie and the twins, Nikki and Sammy, to draw their 2014s. Also, here's my last video if you haven't seen that yet. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next week. Goodbye.